Good morning. Hope you've been doing very well. I just wanted to film a video of getting ready. Thank you for watching. This is the makeup look that I will be bringing into 2025. Of course, I'm going to start with eye drops. I want to put eye drops in like as soon as I start filming because it's just so much cuter to have whites. Anyway, I'm here. Hi. I just wanted to welcome the new year together and I'm gonna get started. So this is just some Caudalie SPF 50. Apply this to my face. I hope you've been having a really nice year thus far. Hope you're ready for a new one. I want to get excited about makeup again. I was not in a rut or anything like that, but it's because I was using the same products. I think I just was not as excited. Even repurchasing items that you've purchased before, you can get excited about things. So that's where I want to be. I'm pretty much there and I think this will really seal the deal. So I'm just gonna put some chapstick on. I'm just gonna moisturize my lips. We're doing full glam. What else is new? I'm bringing that into 2025 for sure. Get ready with my style videos are a little bit more intimidating to film. You might have a really silly look on your face while you're talking, but we're all friends here so you can see my makeup at every step. So I'm continuing to use the Dior Forever concealer. This is 1.5 neutral and I use this as an eyeshadow primer as well as under my eyes. I have this contour palette from MAC that I purchased on Nordstrom and I'm just taking this yellowy shade right here and I'm going to set this concealer with this Chanel powder brush. If you have ever seen a video on my channel of me doing makeup, these are not new. Did I show you my new tissue? I purchased bamboo tissue, TMI, and toilet paper, and it is so much better. I love using it. It makes cleaning the bathroom more enjoyable because there's not just that cotton fiber flying everywhere and making dust in your bathroom. I think the theme of 2025 is if it's not broken, don't fix it. So this is the E40 from Sigma and MAC Wedge. Apply this to the transition right here, but I'll bring it up as far as my heart desires. I think that the secret for looking super duper glam, just like otherworldly glam, is how high you bring up the transition. I might be wrong, but that's just how I feel. Sometimes I leave my eye open, sometimes I close it. Whatever. You just really gotta find what suits you. Whether it's makeup or clothing, I really don't advise you to follow trends. Silhouettes and colors and all that, they only suit certain people. If the masses are expected to wear it, it's expectation just that some people will just look better during that season than others, you know? I don't subscribe to that way of thinking in clothes or makeup. And then once I apply this with the E40, I also have a shorter bristle brush that I just like to apply the same color, a little bit more concentrated. So this is the 40, this is the 25. And I just take this brush still into Wedge and I just focus it more on the crease. I buff it a little bit too. And as I apply a layer, I like to also then move backwards, forwards, backwards. Then you don't have to apply more product. You can just blend it from the crease out to the transition and it just makes everything really seamless. I have another E25. This is the same brush, but it's a shorter handle. I use MAC Espresso, this matte chocolate brown, and I just only apply this to the outer corner right here. It just lifts the eye. It just creates a cat eye, a fox eye if you will. This is like the push-up bra of my eyes right here. The lift, the depth. I love it. And then after we stamp that on, I just take the longer handled E25. You can apply more Wedge if you want to, and just really lightly blend that out. And this doesn't take too long. The longest I ever take getting ready is when I'm filming, but if you get used to this, it doesn't take that long. And even if it does take long to put makeup on, who cares? Why is that even a thing? I don't understand how that has ever been a legitimate insult. Who cares? Like, oh, you must wake up early to get ready, okay? Like the opposite could be true too, like, oh, you must not wake up early. I've never understood why that's necessary to communicate to someone. I know people who don't wear a lick of makeup and they wake up early. And I know people who wear full glam and they wake up late. Does that matter? So this is basically the eye look for shadow almost. Actually, it's not. Why did I say that? Probably my favorite product ever. Is that weird to say? Tom Ford Eye Defining Pen. This baby has a dual tip applicator. There's a long bristle side as well as a short felt tip side and just the nicest, silkiest black liquid liner you'll ever see. And we're doing full wings in 2025, baby. I'm not a super perfectionist when it comes to liner, because you can just fix it. You can just make it thicker. Your liner and your body. I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's not that I pay it no mind. I'm just not super fussed about making it symmetrical or anything like that. I'm good with this. We can build it up in a second. I haven't purchased any of this stuff in a very long time. I hope that this is all still accessible in case you want to purchase it. Let me know if it's not. I'll find you dupe. This is MAC Carbon, a nice matte black, and then a Morphe E36, and I'm just going to tap that in and then apply this right at the outer corner. Again, this lifts really nicely. I have downturned eyes. I have my favorite eye shape, which is great news for me, but this is how I like to do it. I think that downturned brown eyes are really fun to put makeup on. I mean, it's all I know. It's all I've ever had. But I think about like Britney Spears and how cool her makeup looks were. I think it's just fun to apply heavy, heavy eyeshadow to downturned brown eyes. I'm taking this short handled E25 again and just blending that out. If you blend, obviously you lose some concentration. You can reapply as needed too. I justify having black eyeshadow on a daytime look by not reapplying it too much. Not too many layers, but you can do whatever you like. So now I'm gonna take this E25 and this color from this palette, and I just like to dab this right in the middle slash inner corner to blend it all in, and I don't know why, and I think it looks nice. I didn't really put a lot of thought into it, but I did it once and I loved it. Now I'm going to fill in the liner. This step does not have to be perfect because we are applying face makeup next, so we get to go back over this liner. It's okay if the application isn't like perfectly neat. Okay, pretty sure that's good. I don't even know how recent it was, but I saw a makeup tutorial and it was Candice Swanepoel. She is a clean girl. That's clean girl makeup right there. You should look that up. While it's not my vibe specifically, I can respect and appreciate her makeup look. Let's bring that into 2025. Let's bring in appreciation for things even if it's not something you necessarily do. I think that's called tolerance, and we need more of that. It's so nice to get other opinions, and not just about makeup, but about everything in the world. I don't really like talking to people that much anyway. I'm very introverted, but if you're going to take a leap and socialize, you might as well broaden your horizons and hear people out. Okay, so these are Lilly lashes, Faux Mink in the style Mykonos. Once I tried these, they just became my forever lash, and I never was interested in switching. And after I do my eyes, I do my hair, and then I do my face. It makes the most sense to me. I like to have my eye makeup done, and then I like to do my hair next because I like put a lot of hair in my face. A lot of people ask me why I don't get extensions or use any kind of serum on my lashes. Look, to each their own. My personal opinion is just, oh, my heater's going on. That's not my opinion, that's a fact. Hold on one sec. I clicked heat off. It should turn off. I'm gonna freeze just for the audio quality of this video. Okay, turned off. Anyway, my personal opinion is just that if you saw me in the beginning of this video, I like to be bare-faced at the end of the day. At the beginning of the day, I don't want things attached to me, so I like to be able to just have strip lashes so I can remove them at night, scrub my face and my eyes. I just put so much product on that I would like to go to bed with just a bare face. That's just my preference. So I'm gonna do my hair now. It still has some curl in it, which is so nice. I love my hair has got me like that. I also purchased a new hair gloss. I like to dye my hair black, like pitch black. Indoors, my hair looks pretty black, but in the sunlight, it shines kind of red, and I like cool tones. So I usually dye my hair, but I found a nice hair gloss that I just used, and I think it deposited color just the same, and it was a lot easier than having to sit with hair dye. The product itself didn't smell great, but my hair doesn't have any scent now that I washed it out, so that's a win. Hair dye, sometimes you smell like hair dye for a while. I'm not going to back comb. I don't think I need to. Maybe I will. So I cut this all myself, so I just have a middle part. I cut my face framers chin length, and then basically that's it. And then I just do the back however long it is. I think it makes it look thicker. I don't mess with layers because I want to have thick looking hair. And sometimes I just back comb just right here on the crown, sometimes on the sides, just for that little extra volume. I don't really feel like I need it. It feels like yesterday's hair style stuck with me, which is really nice. This is a T3 curling wand. So I just bring my middle part all the way through. And then I start at the very back and curl away from my face. And then as I curl a lock, I just throw it behind me. I don't really put that much thought into my hair. I know hair makes a really big difference for your cuteness factor. I just think so long as it looks okay, you don't really have to do that much to it. I'm not passionate about hair like I am about makeup and blending and all that. I think it's okay. Like 6 out of 10 hair, I'm fine with it. Also, that candle smells so good. I have a candle called Pink Chiffon. Every time I purchase a candle or something that says chiffon, it always smells like sugar. I don't think real chiffon smells like sugar though. I like to hold the curl like this just for a couple seconds before I drop it. Like it's hot, because it still kind of is. I don't wait for it to cool enough. Really, what happens behind my head, it's not really my problem. But with that mindset, I did have some crazy looks behind me for a while. I'd be really interested to know like how you're doing, how 2024 treated you. I'm very blessed. I had such a good year. 2024 was probably my least favorite year in a while, but nothing bad happened. So it still was a good year, and I don't mean to be ungrateful. Things that I disliked definitely were my own doing. I'm very excited to have reflected on that and will improve in 2025. It's such a game changer to look at things with a positive mindset, because like this whole year, even though it was not good for me, it wasn't bad. There's nothing tragic that happened or anything like that. So I still regard it as a good year. It just wasn't my favorite. I started golfing 2022. November 2023, I had the best swing of my life. And I don't know how I did it, but my yardages were so consistent, and I had this like nice, beautiful shot shape, and I was really happy with it. And it went away in the winter. I don't know if it was because it was cold or if I was like overdoing it or something, but I just couldn't get my swing back. Scoring wise, I was improving, which I can't complain, but my swing was so bad all of 2023. I really worked on my short game, my chipping and my putting, so I could save pars, but the ball striking was not there. And also like I gained 15 pounds this year, so I'm pretty excited to work to get rid of that. I'm already on that journey as well. It's a New Year's resolution, but I didn't wait for January to work on it. I would like to get back to 146 like I was in 2023. The number on the scale is not super important to me. I like when my clothes fit nice, and I like when I'm active. Like you don't gain pounds by moving around. I know that I was sat more often than I should have been. And also just like my eating habits. I think I was stress eating, unfortunately, which never feels good. Like I've gained weight. I've been 190 pounds before, because when I first started making money, I was really into going to restaurants, and like when I couldn't decide what dessert to purchase, I'd purchase two. I was not even mad about that when I had gained that weight, because it was like fun weight. It was like independence weight. Like, oh, I have money weight. It was like a happy weight. But what I have now, it just came out of nowhere, and it came from being lazy and not moving around and not being as dedicated to my craft. Like obviously when you're golfing a lot, if you walk around, you know, you give yourself an opportunity to get just a little bit more fit. Another thing is that when I gained 25 pounds, my thighs chafed. My scale, like, it just always fluctuated, so I never really knew how much I weighed, so I got rid of it anyway. When I was walking the golf course and I had such bad chafing on my thighs, I was like, oh no, something's gotta change. That's uncomfortable, and I don't want to have that. Probably the biggest reason that I would want to lose weight is just for that comfort. Like I said, I'm headed in the right direction with that one, so I'm already really hopeful for 2025. It was a long time to talk about weight. I hope it didn't seem shallow and vapid. It's just kind of important to me. I like to come up with a zillion resolutions. You'll usually just get there if you stay disciplined. I like discipline a lot more than motivation. Sometimes motivation is fleeting. You can just not be in the mood. So I just make a plan and I just stick with it. There have definitely been times where I'm not motivated to do something. I do it anyway because of discipline, and it just feels so good. I'm not one for instant gratification though. Like if I have a goal, it's usually something that takes a little bit to achieve. Even the days that you don't want to work on it, if you do, oh, it feels so good. I don't know if you are familiar with Lauren Giraldo's treadmill routine, 12-3-30. It's just walking on a treadmill for 30 minutes on 12 incline at 3 speed. When I get on a kick and I do it, it is so fun, especially the days that you kind of feel like, I don't really want to do this. It's 30 minutes of your day. Really hard to make an excuse not to do it. So when you just do it anyway, even though you're kind of feeling so about it, it feels so good. That's probably one of my best moods I can be in, is those sneaky good moods from when you do something that's good for you that you didn't want to do at first. It just puts me in a good mood. Okay, so now that my hair is curled, kind of, I take a Chi straightener and I just like to straighten my face framers. I don't like them to be curly. To me, it looks like the 70s, which is fine if that's what you want to look like. It just doesn't suit my face. I have a really angular chin right here, and I think it looks cool when I frame it with face framers. This is MAC Fascinating Eye Kohl, and I'm just gonna put this in my waterline because it makes your eyes look so big. I know it looks crazy, especially when I first do it, but as you apply more makeup, it'll look fine. I'm using Mario Badescu. I just like to apply foundation on a wet face. This is Benefit Porefessional. Just use this on my fine lines. Why do they call them fine lines? These are like thick lines. These are bold lines. I really have a nice time aging though, so I don't know if this has anything to do with it, but I'm having a really nice time being in my 30s. I knew it. I knew my whole life that I wanted to be in my 30s, but I'm here and it's so fun. Dior Forever Foundation in 3 Warm Olive. And I think this is discontinued, but this is the Marc Jacobs Face 3 brush. It's just a kabuki dense dome brush. I'm sure there are a million out there. I like to start it on my nosy. I lose a lot of foundation if I don't do this step. I just wear so much makeup. And my cute little nosy is upturned. So if I even think about having makeup up my nose, it's there, invisible. Just an extra step. So I like to keep her made up. And also, I like to keep her clear. Oh. She just brings in some unwelcome guests sometimes. I apply my makeup. I try to put no pressure, but I do go in a downward motion, which might be bad for aging, but it applies it so much better. And if you have peach fuzz or any kind of facial hair and you go upward, you'll grab onto the hair. This is my favorite foundation ever. I'm gonna take this Forever concealer again, same shade, same product, and this is what I use on my under eye. Bright as your future in 2025. And this Beauty Blender is brand new. When I buy a new Beauty Blender, I like to run it under the sink and wash it with the Beauty Blender Pro Solid Soap. Once you wash it, your water in the sink will run pink. Works a lot better if you do that. And just wring it out. You don't want it to be dripping wet, but you don't want to use a dry Beauty Blender. I'm gonna do another layer. It's just a habit, and I can see spots that are not concealed right there. And I use a little bit lighter of a hand so that the Beauty Blender doesn't absorb too much. This is an Hourglass brush number 14, and this is Ilia Soft Focus Powder. I just apply this to set that concealer right away. I just love a bright under eye. I just think it makes you look so fresh, so awake. Then I'm gonna take Emphasize by MAC. Same brush, and I just set this. This is just really brightening. Have you ever watched a makeup tutorial and you don't even wear makeup? Is it entertaining? I used to watch cooking shows all the time and I didn't ever intend on cooking them. Shada and Rachel Ray. This is a Fenty brush, 170 setting, and Fenty powder, Banana. I'm just gonna set my face. I just like to take the E40 and I just go over my shadow, just in case any loose powder went on top of it or something. Because we are powdered, I just take Carmex and I just put another layer. This is the MAC 135S. And I'm going to take this middle color, which I believe is Sculpt, right there. Ooh, I love this brush. Okay, this is a good brush. It's like so flimsy, so it's not like just packing the color on. I'm gonna pack it on in a second, but this is just creating some depth and dimension. Ooh, I love this brush. Put it in the hairline. And then just to really sculpt the contour, this is a Nars ITA brush. I'm gonna take that same color And I'm just going to carve this out because I just want to look like I got cheekbones, like I got this color in my hairline. I don't know, I just think that makes such a big difference. And then a tiny little bit just down the sides of your nose. Even if you don't have a flat nose, if you put foundation and all that and you just have like flat coloring, I like to bring the dimension back in. That's how I like to do that part. When I put the ITA brush into my contour palette, it like powder everywhere. So I'm just gonna pick up that powder and just use it because I'm not wasteful. Now I have this Sigma F77 and I'm going to bake underneath that contour just to get that shape exaggerated. Don't know if anyone's doing this anymore, but if you're out there, I'm here too. And you are not alone. You are not alone. I have this white eyeshadow. It's called Gesso. And then this MAC brush. Whoa, $195. Okay, and I put this on my inner corner. I like a matte look. I think this just looks really like... Okay, not like that. I'm gonna take that Hourglass brush and more emphasize and I just blend it, okay? I don't leave it like how it just looked. Trust me, trust the process. Trust 2025 might be the best year of your life. And then if you want, like me, I want F as in fascinating. Okay, you know how the service, they have an alphabet, Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, and all that? I didn't know that that was an official alphabet. I would always write out the word that I needed to say vertically, and then I would like come up with my own word. I didn't know that there was like a set alphabet for that. Oh, how do you spell your name? I'd be like Francesca. F as in fascinating, R as in ranch dressing, A as in antidote. Anyway, this is MAC Pink Swoon and another Hourglass brush, number 2. This one, I feel like it's not as concentrated as I like it to be. No, I like this brush a lot, actually. Okay, I love this brush. I don't know what I was talking about, sorry. Just to clean it up a little, I'm just gonna redo my baking underneath, just to keep that line in line. Then I take MAC, no I don't. Then I take Urban Decay DeSlick Makeup Setting Spray. And then I take my tissue, I just wipe my eyebrows because I don't put product on my eyebrows. I got microblading done and I keep up with it and it just looks so good. Thank you, Amanda. These eyebrows are face changing. And then I take this fan brush and just some Becca Champagne Pop. Who even owns Becca anymore? I don't know. Are they even still in business? I'm not sure, but after this, I've hit pan clearly. I have one more to go. And then I think I've got to figure this out because I don't think they're in business anymore. I got to delve back into the makeup world and find out what's going on. When you think you're just mindlessly purchasing refills and everything is discontinued. I'm just going to touch up my liner. I don't know why I'm so fearless with this. Could ruin my whole look if I mess this up. This is Chanel. I know that sounds so unnecessary, but it's a really good mascara and it lasts like a year, $40 a year, and I use this every day. Justified. I have a new lip liner and I'm not afraid of this one. Whenever I fall in love with a lip liner, it always goes discontinued. I don't have daddy issues, I have lip liner issues. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude. Why did nobody tell me this is the best? I don't even think I overlined with it, but my lips don't make sense. The colored part is a lot smaller than the sticky out part, so I just followed the sticking out part. It like looks like my lip color. Does it? Putting like super precise lip liner on so I can go golf at the driving range and then eat Shake Shack. So fulfilling because this is just like a really good shade. Okay, I love this lip liner because it's so creamy and oh, I just love it. I feel so fulfilled that I finally found a lip liner. Like I genuinely have not loved lip liner since MAC Morning Coffee. I just feel at peace and so happy. This is the energy that I want to bring into 2025. Not just with my lip liner, not just with this whole makeup look, which is how I feel, by the way. That's just the vibe that I want to bring, and I hope that you have it too. So yes, this is the finished look, feminine and fun. This is what I'm bringing into 2025. I just love it so much, but I will definitely be posting more. Just get ready with me style videos and all that. Thank you for watching. I hope you had a really nice 2024, and I hope that you take this time, if you are off of school or off of work, or even if you're not, just take the time this last week to just reflect over your year, appreciate the good, find ways to improve your next year, you know? It's gonna be a good one. I can feel it. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any requests, let me know. It's actually really early in the morning, so I'm not going golfing yet. I'm actually going to zhuzh up my bullet journal. I really appreciate you sticking with me. This is so fun to do. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.